A week had passed since Daniel fled that apartment. He deleted the listing from his search history, blocked the landlord's number, and convinced himself it was just his imagination. But the apartment wasn't empty for long. Someone new moved in. Her name was Lisa, a young woman fresh out of college, looking for a place to start her new life. The price was unbeatable. The location? Perfect. And when she asked why the last tenant left so suddenly, the landlord simply said, "People come and go. The city can be overwhelming." Lisa didn't ask any more questions. She should have. The first night felt strange. Not terrifying, not yet. Just off. The air was thick, heavy. Her sleep was restless, plagued by odd dreams of whispering voices she couldn't quite understand. But by the second night, things changed. It started with her phone. She was scrolling late at night when the screen glitched. For a split second, her reflection in the black screen didn't match her real movements. She brushed it off, blaming it on a tired mind. Then came the knocking. 3 soft taps. Lisa froze. It was past midnight. Who would be knocking at her bedroom door? Bang! 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 The second round was louder, more aggressive. Lisa's heart pounded. She reached for her phone to turn on the flashlight, but the screen flickered, glitched, then died. The knocking stopped. Silence. Then came the whisper. "Lisa." She barely had time to scream before the closet door creaked open. Nothing. Just darkness. Shaking, she forced herself to approach the closet. It was empty. But something caught her eye. Deep scratch marks on the inside of the door. Like someone had been trapped inside. The next morning, Lisa went to work, trying to shake off the unease. But when she came home, the apartment felt different, colder. And then she noticed it. Her furniture wasn't where she had left it. Her chair was slightly turned. Her books had been moved. The closet door, which she swore she shut that morning, was wide open. And then she saw it. A note on the floor. It wasn't hers. It looked old, the paper slightly yellowed, as if it had been there for years. The words, scrawled in messy, almost desperate handwriting, made her blood run cold. "Do not stay. It watches." Lisa grabbed her keys. She needed to get out, now. But just as she reached the door, her phone buzzed. A text from an unknown number, only 2 words. Too late. Her blood turned to ice. And then, the lights went out. The apartment was plunged into darkness. Lisa stood frozen, her breath coming in short, sharp gasps. The glow from her phone screen had disappeared. The only thing she could hear was the sound of her own heartbeat and the slow, deliberate creak of a door opening. Not the front door, not the closet. The door to the bathroom. She turned her head slowly, her body refusing to move. The door stood ajar, just a few inches, but enough to reveal a sliver of the pitch-black space inside. Then, from the darkness, a whisper. "You shouldn't have stayed." Lisa's scream caught in her throat. She stumbled backward, feeling blindly for the doorknob to escape. But as soon as her fingers touched the cold metal, the door wouldn't budge. Something was holding it shut. She yanked, twisted, pounded on it, but the door was locked from the outside. That didn't make sense. She was the only one there, wasn't she? Then came the footsteps, slow, deliberate. Coming from inside the bathroom, Lisa's hands trembled as she grabbed her phone and pressed the power button. The screen flickered, then died again. Dead. Then, bang! The bathroom door slammed shut. Silence. Lisa stood paralyzed, her back against the apartment door, tears burning at the corners of her eyes. Then, something new happened. The whispering returned. Only this time, it was coming from everywhere. The walls, the ceiling, The floor. It wasn't just one voice anymore. It was many, murmuring, chanting, laughing. And then, her phone lit up. The screen was glitching, distorting. Lines of static crawled across it, and in the brief flicker of light, she saw her reflection. Only, it wasn't her. The face staring back had hollow eyes, a wide, unnatural grin, and as she watched in horror, it tilted its head. Her fingers went numb. The phone slipped from her grasp and hit the floor. Then, the bathroom door creaked open again. Lisa couldn't take it anymore. She lunged for the front door, pounding, screaming for help. But the voices only grew louder. The apartment shook. The walls bulged as if something was crawling underneath them. And then, just as suddenly as it had begun, everything stopped. The lights flickered back on. The whispers ceased. The room was silent. Lisa turned. The bathroom door stood wide open, but nothing was inside. Just an empty room. Her phone buzzed. A new text message from the same unknown number. 4 words. "You're one of us." Lisa felt her knees give out. She never made it out of that apartment. Days later, the landlord placed another ad. A cozy 1-bedroom apartment. Affordable rent. Quiet neighbors. Waiting for the next tenant. Waiting for you.